Today, I am not going to give you any lesson. Yes, you heard me right. Okay, so as announced by the Department of Education, there will be no face-to-face classes on August 24, and we do not have an idea on when it may possibly occur. So you always hear the expression new normal, am I right? So these are some of the new normal in education. Google Classroom, Google Site, yes, YouTube can also be utilized for learning, and we have the self-learning kits or the modules. These are just some of the many platforms the teacher can use to deliver learning to our learners at the comfort of their home. All of these are examples of asynchronous learning. It is a form of education, instruction, and learning that do not occur in the same place or at the same time. For me, advantage ito ng mga bata. Why? Kasi pwedeng buksan ng mga bata ang mga lessons na ito offline man o hindi, kung kailan nila gusto at kung kailan sa tingin nila ay best time to study and learn. Mas mainam ito compared to synchronous learning. Synchronous learning is a learning event in which a group of students are engaging in learning at the same time. So para lang siyang isang classroom setup na may teacher na nagtuturo at students na tinuturuan, pero sa kani-kanilang bahay. It can be done through, paano? You can use Zoom. You can use Google Meet. Messenger can also be used for synchronous learning. Now, the asynchronous learning. Let me give you an idea of the platforms that I have mentioned you. So we have here. Okay. So let us begin with Google Classroom. These are the classrooms na pwede kong i-access. Now, kung makikita nyo, ito ay classroom ni Sir Aldrin for Amadeo. This is the classroom of Sir Ray for Casimiro del Rosario. I have an access here because when we attended the webinar regarding the Google Classroom, nag-enroll kami sa classroom ng iba to see how it works and to see how learning can be facilitated here. So this is the classroom I have created intended for G9 Luz Bilardo. Ito lang muna ang classroom na ginawa ko for the meantime, but definitely I will be creating for other sections that I will be handling for the coming school year. So as you can see here, two of my co-workers actually enrolled in my class. So shout out sa mga nag-enroll sa klase ko. We have Sir Aldrin and Sir Ronald Alan. Now, in this part, there, sa stream, in here, the teacher and students can actually communicate to each other. So, pwede akong magsulat dito. For example, okay, hello class. Okay, then I will be posting it. Then my student actually can reply to this. Pag tinanong ko who are present, pwede ding sumagot ang mga bata dito. Okay, now this part. Classwork. This is the important part of the Google Classroom. Dito ilalagay yung mga topics na gusto mong ituro. But in here, the first topic that I have are the different learning resources that teachers are using in preparing the lessons. So meron ako ditong most essential learning competencies in mathematics. Ito yung gagamitin natin para malaman kung ano yung dapat na ituro. I also have here the DepEd Common, wherein pag pinindot nyo yan, yes, pupunta siya dito sa website ng DepEd Commons, and actually, according to the Department of Education, as of the moment, more than 7 million actually have access on this site. Okay, so meron pa tayong iba dito. We have the LRMDS. Andito yung mga ginagamit ko na application and software to do the lessons, including the book widget and the cartoon story maker. I have created also here the first lesson in the first quarter. I have included here different activities, interactive activities na pwedeng sagutan ng mga estudyante. So for the quarter 1, lesson 1, illustration of quadratic equations, nag-prepare ako ng dalawang pre-assessment. The first pre-assessment here is, okay, so it is actually a widget. I have created this widget for the pre-assessment. It is a hangman. Okay. So dito, you are going to guess the word, mathematical terms na inyong mai-encounter sa lesson. So, normal lang kung papaano laruin ang hangman. You are going to guess. Ayan, namatay na. Okay, so we have there C. So, I guess I know the word now. Okay, so our word is constant. Let's have another one. Okay, so it's just an ordinary hangman na pwede nyong gamitin. Okay, an interactive game. Okay, so let's have that one. I also have here another pre-assessment. This time around, it's a drag and drop. In our drag and drop, what are you going to do? You are just going to group the equations here, put it there, kung sa tingin nyo, linear ba siya or quadratic. These are just some of the widgets that I have created for interactive activities. Now, after the pre-assessment, para siyang motivation, we are going to go here in the lesson proper. In our lesson proper, instead of having documents na babasahin ng bata na parang libro, I intend to use my video tutorial in my YouTube channel. So, the instructional video here, okay, the material, okay, and then it will lead you, there you have it, it will lead you to the tutorial of the lesson. Okay, so after the lesson proper, meron tayong practice exercise. In our practice exercise, let me see what do we have here. Okay, so ganun, interactive ulit. So identify all the quadratic equations. You are just going to check and everything. Okay, and of course, we have here the quiz. In our quiz, pwede kong iset na once na nasagot ng bata, the result will automatically na masesend sa aking email. And then definitely, I have given here an assignment. Of course, assignment can be a follow-up or it can be advanced na pag-aaralan ng bata, just like this one. Okay, so these two are the follow-up and this is an advance. My only worry here in Google Classroom is paano makaka-access ang mga bata because they should have a debit account to enable to access. Although, during our webinar, the division office told us that they are working on it. But if in case hindi ito mag-materialize, there are other platforms na pwedeng i-access ng mga bata. And one of the possible platform is through websites. I have actually created 2 websites during the ECQ period. So, let me show you my Google site. Okay, so this is my Google site. The content of this is almost similar sa classroom. Meron siyang homepage. I have here the learning competencies, the instructional videos, my book widgets, and everything. In home, so kaunting introduction lang as a teacher. In learning competencies, okay, I have here the content standard and the performance standard. Under the learning competencies, pag pinindot ang first quarter, lalabas dyan ang budget of work. In our budget of work, I have here the learning competencies wherein naka-subtopics na rin or nag-subtasking na rin dito. Indicated are the suggested number of teaching of days. Hanggang fourth quarter, yes, meron tayo niyan, budget of work. Sa instructional video, of course, if we proceed, andyan ang mga instructional video from my YouTube channel. Book widgets. Okay, these are the widgets na nakita nyo kanina sa Google Classroom. But I have made some widgets also sa quadrilaterals. For example, let's have this one. Crossword puzzle. Okay, so you are just going to write here kung ano yun. Okay, a four-sided polygon. So what is a four-sided polygon? That is a quadrilateral. So you're just going to write quadrilateral. Okay, so ganyan ang ating mga widgets. Now, let us proceed here. Aside from the widgets, may activity sheets and meron din tayong virtual classroom. In my virtual classroom, it contains every part of lesson. It includes PowerPoint, it includes instructional videos, activities, quiz, and even an assignment. So this is an example of my virtual classroom. Sa virtual classroom natin, pag pinindot natin yung lesson for the day, okay, so may lalabas dito na PowerPoint presentation regarding the topic, which is quadratic equation. These are for the students na kayang matuto on their own. But there are some students na we call as auditory learners, wherein they can learn if they are listening. So pag pinindot nyo ang aking Bitmoji, instead of just reading, again, there you have it. It will lead to my instructional video as well. Of course, in a lesson, may nagtuturo. So, meron din tayo ditong activities, interactive activities. So, pipindot tayo sa laptop. And then, there you have it. Pupunta tayo sa interactive activity. Of course, tayo ay magku-quiz. So, pipindutin natin yan ng quiz and it will lead to your quiz. There you have it. And then, pwede rin tayo magbigay ng assignment. Nasa ng assignment? Yes, nasa libro. There, this is your assignment. And also, in my Google site, I have here contact. I also have a form here that students can use if they have questions regarding the lessons. So, pwede nyong ilagay yung inyong mga katanungan if you have clarifications or if you want to clarify something with the lesson. This is my other website. I created it this time around using WordPress. So the content of this is almost similar with my website in Google. So this is our home. So a little bit of introduction here. Then may kaunting we have here. Play Jigsaw. Okay, so you will be playing Jigsaw to see my family. Okay, so yan ang ating Jigsaw puzzle. Now, also, if you want to see my Sipnayan family. Okay, so ayan ang aking Sipnayan family. We are going to play it as a jigsaw. So aside from the home, andyan din ang ating mga book widgets. And then the learning resources also are here. The DepEd Commons, the LRMDS, the MELCs or the most essential learning competencies in mathematics. And then of course, still, you can contact me if you have any questions. Now, the problem here is Google Classroom and websites are actually for those students with connectivity at home. As we all know, some of students are just relying in mobile data. This is the reason why I have created my YouTube account. For those who rely in mobile data, so this is my YouTube account. So for those who rely in mobile data, this platform will be at your favor. Why? Kasi may tinatawag tayo na YouTube offline. Using minimal amount of data, you can download a video for offline watching. So after yung ma-download yung video, you can turn off your mobile data, then watch the instructional video over and over again hanggang sa maunawaan nyo na ang lesson. Actually, when the Department of Education conducted a survey, lumabas na 70% of our learners actually have gadgets and connectivity at home. Meaning to say, there are learners that absolutely has no means to this kind of platform. But parents and learners should not worry. According to DepEd, self-learning modules will be distributed to our learners, aside from the fact that they will be utilizing radio and television as modality of learning. So bukod sa online learning, gagamitin rin ang mga self-learning modules, TV, at radio sa pag-aaral ng mga estudyante. So you don't have to worry that the EPED and your teachers will make a way. If there will be no online, we will be delivering the modules for you at your home. For whatever platform you intend to use, parents' participation will be a big factor to ensure learning. Take note, walang teacher sa tabi ng bata to see to it that students are really doing what they are supposed to do. That is why malaking factor ang parents or guardian sa tinatawag nating new normal in education. So there you have it guys. Ilan lamang yan sa new normal at marami pa pong iba. Again, this is Ma'am Ferrer. Stay at home po tayo for us to be safe. Thank you for watching!